za madereva hazizulumiwi. Tutahakikisha wanakuwa na mikataba yao ya kazi na ajira zao. Lazima wapate mikataba ya ajira madereva, ili wawe na haki ya kufanya kazi zao vizuri. Na ndiyo maana wanapokosa mikataba yao ya ajira, saa nyingine wanakata tamaa. Hata akiwa anaendesha inabidi aweke kiroba ili kusudi apunguze mawazo, kwa sababu hawapati mishahara mikubwa na huko wamebeba mali za nyingi. Hili tutalisimamia.
Comrade, welcome to Driver Exploitation Group Online TV. It's been a long time since we last spoke. I was so quiet because I was preparing a certain report, and also because of the tragedy that happened to my family. But today I'm back, coming to talk to you, drivers, and a government official from different countries. Also those who are investors in different countries. Comrade, there have been a lot of problems happening in the Democratic Republic of Congo. I spend most of my time talking to the government officials in Congo. I went to Kinshasa. I spoke to ministers. I spoke to different high officials in the DRC, including members of parliament, concerning different issues taking place in Congo. I also went with some cabinet members to Katanga, trying to sort problems that is taking place within Katanga and Lualaba. I'm also getting reports of problems also in Bukavu, Goma, and other places in the DRC, including Kalemi, where drivers from other countries, these foreign drivers, been beaten, killed, sort of embarrassment they are receiving in the Congo. But we cannot stop there. Even though we had to talk with the Democratic Republic of Congo official, we can't stop there. Here I got a report, which is a communique from the provincial government of Katanga, assuring drivers that whoever disrupt these drivers or disturb these drivers in the Democratic Republic of Congo, the provincial government will take action against those people. Let me read some of the report, what it says. Le gouvernement provincial a identifié un certain nombre d'activités criminelles de niveau menés par les forces de police et les forces de sécurité dans la région de Haut-Katanga contre des camions d'États membres d'Afrique orientale et australe. À partir d'aujourd'hui, le gouvernement provincial il va commencer à prendre des mesures drastiques contre tous les soldats qui se veulent illégalement en train d'arrêter des chauffeurs. Let me translate this. The provincial government has identified so many activities that criminal activity that taking place within the police and the soldiers against the drivers in the Haut-Katanga province. They are beating them, torturing them, robbing them, extorting money from the drivers. And now the provincial government has released a number, telephone number, that any driver who has a problem, any driver has to call that number. But now the problem is the number which they give these people. Whenever driver call that number, nobody answer that number. Even if a person call that number, the person might answer, still does not help the driver. Last week, there was an issue in Likasi where a truck driver was arrested by the police, falsely accused of having an accident. For 3 days, the man suffered at the Likasi police station. I also involved the government official in Likasi, including the member of parliament for Likasi, Honorable David Katwe, trying to see if they can help this driver. But it's still the Congolese people, they need money from the driver. Whenever they see a foreign truck, for them, whether you are innocent or not, they need money. Still, this report that we have here is not helping anybody. This letter is not helping anybody. from the provincial governor is not helping anybody. It's not helping any driver. You promise to support drivers. You promise to help drivers whenever they have a problem. But nothing is done. Nothing is done. Mr. Kikula, a Tanzania driver, was arrested there. Accident caused by the Congolese who do not even know how to drive. Reckless drivers. They'll just come enter into a truck, causing drivers to have a problem. It's just unwanted problem, unnecessary. Because the Congolese drivers, they don't follow the rule of law. There's no code guiding them. Even the police, they see problem with the Congolese drivers. They only receive money and they let them go. No justice for foreigners in DRC. Now my question to the governor of Katanga and the government of Lualaba, how long can this continue? For how long these people continue to suffer? For how long this driver will continue to cry? I want the world to know, apart from the provincial governor, apart from the provincial government from Katanga and Lualaba, also apart from Kinshasa government, there is something called investors. There are so many companies investing in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and these are not Congolese nationals. These are not Congolese citizens. These are foreigners from different countries. What about them? What are they doing to support these drivers? What are they doing to protect these drivers? I managed to write an email to many companies. I wrote email to many companies. Also to many investors' offices. I wrote letters to them. These are my emails. I wrote to them. Ask this company to intervene. Try to solve these problems. These are companies I wrote to, including Glencoe. Before I proceed, let us see what is Glencoe. Let us see what is Glencoe in order for us to understand what is Glencoe. On June 4th, 2020, Katanga Mining Limited became 100% Glencoe Group owner from Toronto, Canada. 100% group on the Toronto Stock Exchange. 100%. On June 22nd, 2020, following Ontario Securities Commission be a reporting issuer. Now, the same Glencoe company, this group, they failed to protect foreigners within Congo. Simply because the Congolese government are receiving money from this company, from these investors. They are making themselves rich and the citizens are getting poor. Now these citizens who are getting poor, they are angry against their government. Now what they do? They attack foreigners. They are bringing the system in South Africa within Congo. Because their government, they are getting a lot of money from these investors. As I can tell you today, the Congolese government does not have many shares in these companies. These investors, they are the one getting these shares. Later on, I'll come and tell you how many shares the investors are getting and how many shares the Congolese are getting. There have been so many complaints in different countries where Glencoe company is investing. And here I'm talking to the administration of Glencoe company, these groups, that they are invested in DRC. They are not taking any drastic measures to support or help to make sure that drivers who are going to collect their copper and minerals, they are safe from the DRC. They are not. They are masking us with some security companies, putting the security guard in the truck. He has no gun. He has nothing. He's just sitting on the seat. When criminal they come to steal copper, the security guard is not arrested. Only the driver is arrested. Only the driver is arrested, accused of being a criminal. He stole copper, collaborating with the criminals to steal copper. These accusations which are not true. And let me tell you, Glencoe, today we got so many foreigners in prison in DRC. We got foreigners in Lualaba, we got foreigners in Lubumbashi, we got foreigners in Likasi, accused of stealing copper from your companies that you own in DRC. But the same companies, you provide security guard, but you're not arresting the security guard when there's a problem. That's why in Brazil, those workers in Brazil, they went to complain to their government. And their government also involved the Department of Justice from United States, including International Criminal Court of Justice. You fell. All the accusation brought against this Grenco in the UK, in Italy, in Brazil, you paid money. You even paid the Department of Justice of America. You paid them. Simply because that black people, they got nowhere to run to. African people, they got nowhere to go. That's why you are mistreating them like this. You are not doing nothing in making sure that when your driver leave your camp, your mining site, going to Kasumbalesa, is protected. Nothing is done. Nothing. In Brazil, under the term of the U.S. resolutions, Glencoe has paid penalties of 700,706,965 to resolve bribery investigation, and the US dollars 4,850,000 dollars. 4,800,056,000 US dollars to resolve market manipulation against by the Department of Justice, DOJ. This money was paid by you people, DOJ and the Commodity Future Trading Commission. You paid fine. Again, the same time, you were told to pay again 1,600,559,000 against the accusation that you receive in other countries, including the UK. You also pay money, more than $1 billion, because of many accusations that are brought against Grenco in different countries. Here you paid 7 billion, and there you paid 4 billion, and there you paid 1 billion. How long will this continue? You are doing this to these white people. You are paying them. But to African people, you're not paying anything. We got driver been killed in Congo. You didn't pay nothing. They came from your office. They came from your company. They load from your company. But when going back to their country, they are dying on the way. They have been beaten on the way. They are suffering on the way. And you people, you are still there. You're not doing nothing, completely nothing to protect these drivers. Nothing is done. We can't keep quiet. We cannot keep quiet. Glencoe Energy UK Limited has also pleaded guilty to charges brought by the UK Serious Fraud Office, SFO, in respect of its bribery investigation. And they will pay financial penalty and the cost up to pound 2,800,000,000 and some point going there. Fraud. This bribery that you are accused in UK and other countries, even the DRC, you are bribing government officials. So much money is lost in the hands of criminals in Congo who call themselves ministers, who call themselves members of parliament, who call themselves directors. That's why in Congo there are so many minerals, but no development, no road, no water, no electricity, no proper life in Congo. But you people, you are generating a lot of money. Lot of money is disappearing within the hands of the people. Now, these citizens of Congo, because they do not have proper employment, government has neglected them. Because they got nowhere to run to, they start putting roadblocks on the way. They put stones, start collecting money from every foreign truck that is passing their area. You don't give money, they will attack you. They will beat you with a machete. They will throw stone on you. They even kill you. These Congolese. These are poor people who need to be assisted by the government. From the money that you people are generating, they are witnessing their copper going out of DRC. They see their copper coming out of Congo. But they are getting nothing from it. No food on the table. Dying from starvation. What they do? What is the result? They are start attacking drivers. But at the same time, Glencore has further agreed to pay more than $300 million under a solution signed with Brazilian Federal Prosecutor Office in connection with its bribery investigation in the group. So these are the same people who are investing in Congo. In the UK, bribe, investigation. In Brazil, bribe, investigation. In America, bribe, investigation. What about in DRC? Who is investigating this crime in Congo? Who is investigating this crime committed by the same company that are investing in DRC? Who is investigating? There is also the aggregated payment to resolve the UK, US, Brazil investigation do not differ materially from the 1,500 million 1,500 million provision recorded in Grenco FY 2001 result. Again, the same company has pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy to violate the U.S. Foreign Corrupt Practice Act related to group past action in certain overseas jurisdictions. Overseas jurisdiction, including DRC. My appeal to the Grenco directors. Let me find these people. The report is very long. There are so many crimes that were committed by this Grenco company, which owns KCC, Kamoto. So many crimes. But these are the same people who are allowed to invest in Africa. They are allowed to eat with the ministers, with members of parliament, with the president, providing the money, forgetting their citizen. The result, their citizen, they are coming to attack drivers, attack foreigners, killing foreigners. Today I'm blaming these investors because this truck, they come to you. They do load your copper. Whether you steal the copper, whether you pay enough money, whether you pay tax, whether you do whatever you do. It is your responsibility. It is your duty to protect these drivers. It is your duty. We cannot complain every day about the Congolese government, but we also have to complain about you people who are paying the Congolese government, but still the Congolese government is doing nothing to protect these drivers. Nothing. These directors of Grenco, these directors today, let me mention you by names. My appeal, I'm appealing to the directors. Kalidas Madavpedi, Peter Coates, Martin Gilbert, Marcus Gill, Patrice Merin, Cynthia Carroll, Gary Nigle, David Wormsley. Please do something to protect these drivers. Do something to protect these drivers. Because when we complain to the United Nations, when we complain to the UN, I got a report from the UN. I got the report. I'm going to read the UN report. I'm also going to read the promise that you made under the United Nations Charter of Human Rights. This Kamoto, KCC, and other mining companies. We send a letter to the UN. Then the UN give us feedback. After getting feedback, we also get what you agree with those organizations to do. Respecting human rights means a business should use the due diligence to avoid infringing human rights, and they should address adverse human rights impact with which they are solved and they are involved. Business is encouraged to take action to support human rights. This is the United Nations. Special attention should be paid to the rights of vulnerable groups. Who are these vulnerable groups? It is drivers. This is a UN principle on human rights. It's for United Nations, which you have agreed to respect, to abide. UN says this. Why should the company cares? Respect for human rights is the right thing to do. But it is also a business issue. Not respecting human rights poses a number of risks and a cost for business, including putting the company's social license to operate at risk. If your driver from a company comes to your mining company to load, to travel to South Africa, then go to Beira, then go to Durban, then go to Dar es Salaam, when is life at risk? Are you respecting this? There's also the risk of company license to operate. Are you respecting this? Again, the UN, reputational damage, consumer boycott, exposure of legal liability, and adverse government action. Adverse action by investors and business partners reduce productivity and moral employees. Why? The UN recognize all this. But what about you investors in Congo? What are you doing to protect these drivers? What are you doing to respect what the UN says? This is a result from the UN, United Nations, telling us what should be done from you, Glencoe, Kamoto, Kasese, TFM, and other companies. Invest in the DRC. All business everywhere, regardless of size or sector, and whether or not they are participating in the UN Global Compact, have the baseline responsibility to respect human rights. Now, you mining companies in Congo, do you respect human rights? Do you care for these foreigners who come to you? Do you care? If Glencoe can respect people in the UK, can respect people in America, can respect Brazilians, Italians, why not respect drivers who goes to DRC and make sure that billions of dollars is wasted among government officials to build mansion in Europe, in America, and the Congo? Why can't you spend at least per year $500 million to protect these foreigners? At least. We're not asking much. Why can't you spend a money to protect, making sure that when a driver goes from your mining company until he goes out of DRC, the driver is protected? Why can't you do this? Or is a Glencoe company and these Chinese investors in Congo happy about what is taking place in the DRC? Let us see how many companies are there. The big ones. How many are there in the DRC? There are so many. And they are complaining in all the companies. Siko Mine Copper Company, Siko Mine's cobalt mine located in Katanga, was the third largest mine. The Kibali mine located in Oriental was the fourth largest mine. And the KOV mine located in Katanga was the fifth largest mine, with estimated of ROM production of 7.81 MTPA, 6.68 MTPA, and 6.25 MTPA, respectively. In 2021, primarily, the Siko Mine Copper Cobalt mine produced approximately 170,000 tons of copper. Siko Mine. Can you people come out and tell us how much money this cost? 170,000 copper, tons of copper. And how much money you, Siko Mine, you have spent in protecting drivers, making sure that drivers who are coming there to load the same copper, because it's not you directors carrying it on your head. It's not your papa or your mama that is carrying it. These are innocent children, innocent drivers who come to you They are expected to return back to their country safe. How much money have you spent from these 170,000 tons of copper that these drivers they have carried from you? How much money have you spent to protect them? The Kibali mine produced approximately 804,000 ounces of gold, and the KOV mines produced approximately 193,000 tons of copper in the year 2021. 804,000 ounces of gold. This goes to billions of dollars. How much money have you people spent to protect these drivers? You, Kibali mine. All this that I'm talking about, it only falls under protection of drivers. We do not need to know how your contract goes with the government of Congo. We do not need to know why you're not building roads in the DRC, or you're not providing proper basic needs for the Congolese. What we need to know is how you are protecting these foreign drivers within Congo. The Siko mine cobalt mine is owned by the China Railway Group. This is another story. Chinese, they are the owner of this. What are you Chinese doing to protect drivers? And number one abusers of workers in Africa, number one abuser are Chinese. Whether you accept it or you don't accept it, Chinese are number one abusers. The Kibali mine is owned by Barrick Gold. This Barrick Gold has also a problem in Tanzania. Barrick Gold. These guys are very corrupt. They are giving money to ministers in Tanzania. Some ministers, not all. We even know their names. Including one called Dr. Biteko. Dr. Biteko has received the sum of almost $400,000 from these mines. 400. I got the report. $1,000 American. Dr. Biteko, who is a minister in Tanzania. But I know he's not eating alone. I know there are some people involved who are eating money together with Dr. Biteko. Don't come and tell me that Mr. Dr. Biteko is very clean in Tanzania. Don't come and tell me that he's very clean. The same issue with the former ministers such as William Gereja. They've been receiving money. There are many people involved who are investing within this. They are eating money from Barrick in Tanzania. Do you expect these people to come out and say we are protecting drivers? They are going to be against you who's speaking on behalf of these innocent drivers. They'll come in full force, denying and come against you. Let me tell you, what has been done to my family is enough. I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm here to speak. I'm here to tell you the truth. What these drivers need is only their rights. And surprisingly, how do you make a driver to suffer? Yes, you are investing in Congo, you're investing in Tanzania. How do you expect to transport your gold? You expect to transport your copper and other minerals to Durban Port, to Alvis Bay Port, to Sakumun Port, to Dar es Salaam Port, to Beira Port. How? It's using drivers. Instead of respecting these drivers, instead of helping these drivers, instead of supporting these drivers, you are making them to be the least paid workers in your country. You are making them to be the most least nothing. They are getting peanuts from these mining companies. Anglo Gold Ashanti, Sokimo, which is also due to operate until 2033. This Barrick and Anglo Gold Ashanti, Sokimo, which is also due to operate until 2033, 2033, 2037. And the QOV mine is owned by the Jekamin SA Glencore PLC, which is due to operate until 2029. Here we have companies with a good contract up to 2037. They'll just be digging, collecting, while Congo there's no water, while Congo there's no road, while Congolese are still suffering, while Congo there's no proper health care system, while Congolese they go hungry. But this investor, they are getting billions of dollars from Congo. Until the day when Congolese people, they will realize this, that these minerals is for them. They are the owner. The day they will realize and change these terms of contract against what is taking place in Congo. When Congolese people, they will stop being corrupt leaders and start to think about their citizen first and their own stomach and their family, these things will continue. This suffering will continue. This corruption will continue. That is your story. What you need to see here is to see drivers are protected. We need to see drivers protected from these criminals who are killing them, from these police who are robbing them. Congolese police of DRC are the worst police in the world. Are the worst. Even Al-Shabaab is better. These people, human rights is not in them. Police to police, they do fight simply because of bottle of beer. Police and soldier, they fight because of cigarette. Just a pack of cigarette. They need to be reformed within the police force in the DRC. We need to see change within the police force in the DRC. We were promised by the Congolese government that they are going to be reformed within the police. They were only reformed within the army. That one I know. But we need to see change within the police force in the DRC. Police, they are abusing foreigners in Congo. Police in Congo, they are abusing foreigners. Simply because they need money from them. There is also another issue that we have to speak here. Investors, you have to know. How many peage do drivers have to pay? From Kasumbalesa to Lualaba. How many? How many offices do they have to enter? From Kasumbalesa going to Lumumbashi. You have to enter here, you have to enter there, you have to enter there. Things that are not done in other countries but are done in DRC. When you finish with the Zambian border, Kasumbalesa, Zambian site, after you are driving from Congo going to Lusaka or to South Africa, you don't face any disturbance anywhere on the Zambian site. Though we know Zambia police, some of them, they got problems, especially the issue of corruption. But Zambia is safe. Congolese, they'll drive their truck from Kasumbalesa up to Kasungura border going to Botswana. From Kasumbalesa up to Sesheke, Katima Mulilo, going to Namibia. Kasumbalesa up to Chirundu, going to Zimbabwe. Kasumbalesa up to Tunduma, going to Tanzania. No one disrupt the Congolese. No one. But truck from other countries, as soon as they enter Congo, you're in hell. For how long? For how long this has to continue? And then you mining companies, you come with a report which is not true. Here I go. Mining companies, you come with a report which are not true. Promising to follow things that are not there. To follow things that are not there. What are they saying, these Kamoto people, concerning what is taking place in the DRC? Kamoto. This is their commitment, which they says. And I want the drivers and the international community to come and tell us if are they following their commitment, which they promised to the United Nations. This is from Kamoto. We are committed to respect human rights across all our business activities. This is not true. You are not committed to respect any human rights because you are abusing even the Congolese workers within that your mining company. You are abusing Congolese staff there. There are so many underpaid Congolese there. You're not paying them enough money. So this thing you are talking is not true. You are abusing your workers there. Some of them are beaten within your mining companies. Kamoto. If you respect human rights, are you respecting the right of drivers who are coming there? This driver coming to Kamoto, are you respecting their rights? Can you come openly and tell us how you are respecting the right of driver? Are you giving them risk allowance? Is it not their right, risk allowance? All the mining company in Congo, they are not giving drivers risk allowance. These foreign drivers. They only promise. The minister of mining from Katanga promised that no, the risk allowance is the right of all the drivers. Now, when you go to mining company, they say no, risk allowance is paid through directly to the company where the driver they come from. How do you pay a company? Is the manager for the company the one driving that truck? You know how many places the driver to spend the money paying these corrupt Congolese on the way? His own salary money, not even the company money. But nothing is done. Nothing completely is done to give these people risk allowance. You promised risk allowance for a long time. Only promise. When I come to your offices, you say, no, there's no problem. We are going to talk about it. We are going to start paying them. You come and start lying to these drivers as if they are small children. This thing has to stop. It's part of their basic human rights. They deserve it. It is their money that you are robbing. No wonder many companies, they are buying trucks every day. Why? Because of some of this money which is supposed to be given to drivers. You are not giving them. Companies mining in Congo, please start giving risk allowance to drivers. This number one, I refuse. We uphold the dignity, fundamental freedoms, and the human rights of our people. This is Kamoto telling the UN, United Nations, these lies. This is a lie. You're not telling the truth. Our people, communities, and other potential affected by our operations. Who know who are affected by your operations? It's drivers. Those truck drivers you see parking there in your yard, they are the ones affected by this operation. Number one, how? You're not giving them risk allowance. It is their right, but you're not giving them risk allowance. For how long this has to continue? For how long? How long do you have to come here and complain about risk allowance that you know that is the right of the drivers? Who's taking this $500, $600, $700, $800 which is supposed to give in to drivers? The person is carrying your copper. And this also, let me inform Glencore. The person is carrying your copper. This driver. You expect the driver to travel safely up to the final destination where he's going to deliver. But you are not paying risk allowance to this driver. What are you creating? What environment are you creating for the driver? Then criminal, they come and steal copper. You go ahead and arrest the driver, which you never even give risk allowance to protect that copper. Or you're arresting a person that you never even pay risk allowance, that he stole your copper. Guys, you must change. Here we do. We go again. We do not tolerate any form of workplace discrimination. You do tolerate it. Don't lie. Kamoto, you lie. You lie. You can't come and say, we do not tolerate any form of workplace discrimination. No, you do. Harassment or physical assault. You do beat drivers in your yard. There's some driver being attacked by your police within your yard. There's not even proper toilets. All these mining companies, they don't even have a proper bathroom for drivers. They don't care. These white people, they are treating these black drivers as animals. These white people, let me say it straight. You white people, you are treating these black drivers as if they don't have any rights. Number one, toilet is not okay. Bathroom is not okay. No risk allowance. Even your police, they come, they beat them within your company, and you are doing nothing. And you have to come and say that you uphold. You, Kamoto, you uphold. You do not tolerate discrimination in your workplace. This is a lie. Security procedures at our operations, asset, and the project align with voluntarily principle on security and human rights. These procedures are reinforced by risk assessment. Which risk assessment? From where? From where? You do not. You do not. The only thing that you care, it's your minerals to go to where it's going, but the person who's carrying it, you don't care about that person. Congo is a problem. DRC is a problem. Democratic Republic of Congo, it's a problem for drivers. We can't stop talking about it. And let me give you a warning to you mining companies and Congolese government. I'm not alone. Don't think I'm speaking here, I'm alone. No. I got thousands and thousands of drivers who are behind me. I'm speaking on their behalf. I'm speaking for them. You can come against me. There's no problem. But you must know, this is a voice of thousands and thousands of drivers who are coming to Congo. Very soon, very, very soon, they will boycott DRC. Very, very soon. I called for the strike in October. I'm going to call for another strike very, very soon. And this strike that I'm going to call, it will be hellfire for you people. You will lose billions of dollars. If last October you lost millions, this time you're going to lose billions. Because we are going to call for a strike which has no end. You'll come to negotiate with drivers, they'll refuse you. Because they'll not just be talking. You provincial government, you come and lie to driver. No, there's no problem. We are going to protect you. We are going to do this. That nonsense, we don't want to hear it. You don't want it again. The day we are going to call for a strike, it will be do or die. Until this problem we are talking about are solved. But still you can solve them before even the strike. Glencoe, call your people. Call your people. Sit them down. There must be a meeting between the government of Congo and the investors. All the investors must call the Congolese government. Sit down with them. Sit with the police, sit with the army. Try to solve this problem that drivers are facing in the DRC. There is a way of having solution. By talking to the government of Congo. Not only talking, forcing them to protect your material. This is your minerals. They don't belong to drivers. They belong to you people. But you don't care about drivers. There is another company. China. These Chinese. This is another company which is owned by these Chinese. CMOC. Copper and Cobalt Mine in DRC. There's this CMOC. It is the second largest cobalt producer and the leasing copper producer in the world. Yes, we don't say no. We don't dispute that. Covering a mining concession of over 1,500 square kilometers. Tenke Fungurume is one of the highest grade copper and the cobalt mines globally, with great prospect for resource exploration and development. Yes. There's no problem. Whether you are largest or you are small, what are you doing to protect drivers? Are you paying risk allowance to drivers? Thank you, Fungurume. Are you paying risk allowance to drivers? These Chinese, I have all their reports here. These Chinese. I know how much money they generate every day. In Congo, I got it. Every day, I know how much money they're getting, these people. How many tons they're getting. Because it is on their report. It is on their report. It's the same as the report that we are given by Glencoe, by Katanga Mining. It's the same by this report of Katanga Mining on how they are benefiting from the DRC. It's the same. It is the same by this report. And this report, it was acknowledged by the director, John Barton. John Barton recognized this. John Barton. And there is his name, John Barton. These people, they are getting a lot of money from Congo, but they are doing nothing to protect drivers. Nothing. Comrades, drivers, the big strike is coming. The biggest demonstration in the DRC is coming. I'm busy writing to this company. I'm going to send another letter to Glencoe company. I'm going to call all the directors of Glencoe. All of them, I'm going to call them. I got their numbers. I'm going to call all of them. I'm going to phone them. And I warn them about what is taking place again. I'm going to write another email. I'm also going to phone them again. I got their phone numbers. I'll call one by one. So that we can sort out this problem. Either they will accept the demonstration, or they will accept to talk to drivers, or they will accept to pay drivers. If they accept to pay drivers, there's no problem. We are going to call off the strike. But if they do not accept to pay drivers, there's no problem. We'll continue. We are going to call for the demonstration. We'll continue. Because the United Nations says something, and you people are doing something different. The UN. They say something, and you people are doing something different. So I'm going to call for a strike, but at the same time, I'm going to call for these companies, these Glencore companies, directors, and other companies from different countries to try to resolve this matter within Congo with the government of the DRC. Something that I know it is possible, because the UN says company should then address those impacts by adjusting their policies and practices to prevent the infringement from occurring. This infringement we are talking is also demonstration. It is the right for the driver to protest, because injustice that they are getting in Congo is too much. We cannot continue accepting this. The UN also says the provision of security for personnel and assets, it's for you companies. This is the UN, not me. United Nations. I got it here. This report, I got it from them. It's the United Nations. So if you people, you don't follow this, it means you go against the UN. You go against the UN Charter. Also, the director, Mr. Clint Duncan, the managing director of this Kamoto there, do something before it's too late. Do something. We are calling for all stakeholders involved within the investment in the Democratic Republic of Congo to come out and do something to try and sort out this problem, this injustice that the driver they are witnessing in Congo, so that they can be win-win situation. This driver, they do respect you. This driver, they do respect you. I repeat, they respect you people. But you people, you must respect them also. Don't treat these drivers as if they are just some Malala pipe. You respect the people in Brazil. You respect the people in the UK. Respect the people in the America and Canada. Respect the driver who goes to collect your copper in the DRC, so that they can be win-win situation here. What we need at the moment, is a safety and security for all drivers. Also, what we need at the moment is risk allowance for all drivers. It is their right. I don't know who you are paying this money, but I want to tell Glencore and other, these Chinese, CMOC, and other companies that are investing in the DRC, that this money you are paying to companies, they are stealing from drivers. They are not giving drivers. You must give this driver directly their money. Give them their money directly. It has to come from the mining company. It's the miners that must pay. They must pay. For example, these Tenke Fungurume investors, they are there for 25 years to come. 25 years to come. The only thing I can say, Magufuli, continue to rest in peace. You knew how to deal with these people. But we cannot stop. We cannot stop. I'll continue doing my research against your companies. I'll continue doing my research against whatever criminal activity that you are doing in Congo, injustices that you are doing against these drivers. I'll continue doing my research, and I'll continue bringing you people out. The next companies that we are going to investigate and do follow-up are these: Africa Metal Corps, Amani Gold, Anglo Gold Ashanti, ARC Mineral Limited, Amdel Capital PLC, AVZ Mineral Limited, Banro Company Corporation, Eurasia Resource Group, Lonco Resource Inc., Mawson West Limited, Meterox, MMG Limited, Zuri Copper Limited, Freeport Moran, Glencore Extract, Infinity Lithium Corp, Ivanhoe Mines, Katanga Mining, Kilo Gold Mine, Rand Gold Resources. This Rand Gold also is another problem. It also caused problem in South Africa. Shalina Resources, Esnel, Tiger Resource. These companies, we are going to do follow-up, because we know how you mistreat people in your companies. We know how you mistreat staff. We do know. We have information. I do have information. Drivers Protection Group, we do have information from your employers. I get information from your employers. That's why there is a mobile number there. My phone number is there. People, they normally give the report. They give information. They give documents. We know what you people you are doing against your workers, your Congolese workers. But these drivers from other countries deserve their rights. Pay them their risk allowance and protect them. This is what we want. This is what we want. And they will continue doing it until they got their justice. This injustice that you do against foreigners from South Africa, from Zambia, from Tanzania, from Malawi, from Mozambique, from Namibia, from Botswana, from Kenya, from Burundi, from Rwanda, from Uganda, and other countries, has to stop. It has to stop. You need money, yes. You need minerals. But who's transporting the mineral? Is he not the driver? Give them risk allowance. Comrade, thank you so much. Continue to subscribe to our channel so that you'll be the first to receive our news. Thank you so much, guys. God bless you.
Wakishaona haya mambo hawawezi wakafurahi. Hawawezi hata kidogo, kwa sababu wamekosa eneo walilokuwa wanachuma.